Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. I am Martin Panganiban from Youth for Christ, and I am in need of participants for my youth camp online. I will introduce the community to each and every one of you, and I hope that you will enjoy it and be convinced to join our beloved community to deepen your relationship with God and know who Jesus Christ is even more. So let's begin. I will explain each slide to you, to each and every one of you. Okay. So Youth for Christ, PowerPoint presentation. First, let us define what Youth for Christ is. What is Youth for Christ? It is a Catholic evangelistic ministry to young people with a vision to renew society in Christ through the youth. YFC, through fun, friendship, freedom, and faith, aims to be and bring Christ wherever they are. Young people, we are young people being and bringing Christ wherever they are. How do we explain this? Um, we are basically instruments. We are basically vessels of Christ wherever we go. Um, even if we are not yet part of the community, we already are vessels of Christ. But joining this community will make you know that you are a vessel, that you are Jesus Christ wherever you go. It will make you be aware of that. As a normal individual, a youth, what do you think? You're thinking about gadgets, you're thinking about studies, ACADS, you're thinking about things, worldly things. That is why the Youth for Christ is a perfect place for you to be Christ uh, wherever you go. Next, why should you join Youth for Christ? Okay, let me move this. First, to deepen our relationship with God and know who Jesus Christ is. As I explained a while ago, this is the community to deepen our bond, our relationship with God. Because as normal youth, we tend to do things to make us happy. As youth, we go with friends. We do want our lives to be enjoyable and just spend our high school life and enjoy life as youth, as teenagers, social media, games, and everything, just to be able to not experience boredom or not be stuck and then just doing adult stuff and studying. I know not all of us are fond of studying. That is why we tend to go with friends and we do stuff that makes us happy. And this thing will make you happy, not just happy. It will make you happy from inside and out, your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, everything. And yeah, it is to find a place that will never judge, never hate, and never disown you no matter what happens. This community, everything that you share will stay inside the community. This is where you can be confident to share your problems. This is where you can express your talents without anyone judging you, without anyone hating you, or without anyone disowning you. Like sometimes, and most of the times, we experience that even our family members are not believing in us, or our friends, they judge things about us. So this community, even if we are total strangers to each other, with Jesus Christ, we are one, we are brothers, we are sisters, and we consider each and every one of us siblings for Christ. And yes, that is one benefit, and that is one thing that you will experience if you join our community. Next, in short, it's a place where you can express everything and anything that everyone will understand you and eventually help you ease and solve your problems through God. Of course, um, with you sharing your problems and expressing yourself, releasing your emotions, your stress, your depression, or everything, it will not lead you to suicidal thoughts, which is a case now, especially now in our situation, or even in the past years, many teenagers have died because of depression, anxiety, and we need these types of organizations, these types of communities to help ourselves be saved from those types of things. And those people, they need someone to lean on. They did that because they thought that there was no one who loves them. They can lean to no one else but themselves. And this is the place where you will experience that you can lean on someone, that someone will be there for you. Someone will ask, how are you? How are you doing? What can we help you? What can we do to help you? Like this community, even as a first timer, my experience, as a first timer, I experienced that I feel like I am part of this community for a long time. They never made me experience that I am a newbie, I'm different, I'm not part of this community. No, I never experienced that. The only thing that I experienced there is hospitality. Okay? They will accept you like you are part of it for a long time. Like you will never ever even have the chance to feel that you're new. You will feel like you belong. The first time you step in this community, you will feel the hospitality. You see the rhyme, but no, that's about it. The reality of going to your family. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you will go back to the family, and it applies. Same goes for this community. Wherever you go, whatever you do, you can go back to this community and it will welcome you, whatever happens and whoever you become. You may be bad, you may be good, but this community will accept you wholeheartedly. Next, it is where you can show your talents and skills from your province to representing your country. What am I? What do I mean when I said this? Um, what are your skills? Are you good in sports? Are you good in singing? Are you a musician? Are you good in band? Are you good in dancing, spoken poetry, technical team? Uh, what else? E-games, yeah, mobile games. If you're really addicted to games, you can show it here. Still with the presence of God in you, with God together with us, as we do these things, as we do our talents, as we express our talents, this community will make you show your hidden talents and express your talents with full confidence, without being shy, without being judged. As I said, without being judged, without being hated, without being disowned. You can express it freely with your best skills, win or lose. It will make you bring the best out of you. Okay. But I'm not saying that it will make you blessed, it will make you a saint. No. I'm just saying that this community will make us deepen our relationship with God. It will straighten our path to a better place. Um, as a youth that is not part of this community, it is just simply a youth that is lost, a youth that doesn't know where to go or has no lead at all, or doesn't even they know that God is there, but they don't know why God is there. They just know He is there, He is present, He is around. Just because they read parables, they know books, they know Bible, but they don't know why. Why is He there? Why are these happening? Why are there saints? Why are these people part of Christ or part of God? Yeah, you will know it here as well. But it will not be a community where it will be boring. All will be about Bible study. You would just go to Zoom, or you would just go to places and talk about Bible verses. No, it is part of it, but as you do it, you also sing for God. We do worship. Um, we, of course, I cannot tell everything yet because those are surprises for you. This is just a welcoming video for you. I'm just explaining the front parts, okay? But yes, I will assure you that this last part about this, you can show your talents and skills. If you are part of any province, example in the Philippines, our province, my province, Batangas, and we have a lot of places in Batangas, right? Um, first, I will represent my chapter in a part of Batangas. First, you will compete within your province. Okay, whatever it is, singing, whatever it is, singing, sports, e-games, whatever field it is that you're good, you will compete with others. Okay, all part of the province. For example, you won, you became champion. Okay, okay, you became champion of this, the basketball champion. Example, me, Martin Panganiban, and his team from San Pascual, Batangas. Okay, well, we won, we won. Next, next to winning within the province, next you will represent your province. You will fight within your region. Our region, Batangas, is Calabarzon, and they decided to join us, to merge us with Mimaropa, 4A and 4B. Okay? For example, every provinces of the region 4A and 4B fought. Of course, I won't tell what it is called. Okay, not yet, not this time, but I will just tell you the hints or what can happen if you win. It's just part. I'm just telling you maybe the outer shells or the outer coverings of it, but not. I'm not. I will not specify on telling you the terms or the jargons. I won't tell it yet because it will be illegal or it is not allowed for us to tell these terms to you. So I'm just telling you hints. So we are in the part of representing your province. Yes, all the province within your region 4A, 4B. As I said, as an example, Batangas is part of Calabarzon and merged with Mimaropa. So everyone will compete. And for example, your province won again. Okay. The champion in basketball, singing, whatever it is the province of Batangas. Okay. You represented your place in Batangas and you represented the whole province of Batangas. As I said in example, within all the provinces of Region 4A and 4B. Okay, for example, you already became champions. What is the next part? What is the next part if you already won and represented for your region? Of course, the next is the national level. But it won't stop there. If you succeeded in representing for your province, the next part is worldwide. It will not be the next to province is very advanced. It will not stop to just national level. It will be worldwide. Okay? For example, you became champion. You were champion in representing your province in your specific region. Okay, you were the champion. Batangas is the champions for this basketball, singing, whatever it is. You will represent Batangas against all the provinces in the Philippines and all the Youth for Christ around the world. Isn't that fun? But the problem is if the if this event, okay, if this event, okay, that's just the clue. If this event uh, is being hosted in our country, the Philippines, all of the provinces from Luzon to Mindanao will compete in one place. For example, we decided to make this event in Manila, for example, in Quezon City or whatever place there in Quezon City where we can perform a complex, maybe a sports coliseum like that, where there are track and field or whatever. You can play basketball in any sports where you can also perform in stages. You are singers and dancers. Okay, for example, it's formed in Manila. You will compete there together with all the provinces in the Philippines and from different parts of the country. I think they are merged together and called international missions. Yes, if I would say, because each each province will not represent just their region, but their area. That worldwide level of representing will not just represent, for example, Batangas. You will not just represent Batangas. You are representing Luzon, okay, around the world. You are representing Luzon in front of all the YFCs around the world. Yes, that event, that specific event, after winning, after representing your province, after representing and winning in your specific region, the next part, you will represent your area. Batangas is part of Luzon, you will represent Luzon in that specific event, competing with all the YFCs around the world. And for example, you from Batangas, your team from Batangas, your band from Batangas has won in that specific event against all the YFCs around the world. You will be discovered, and for God, of course, you will be considered as the best in the whole world. The best players, the best singers around the world as Youth for Christ in the Youth for Christ community. And what can you feel? What will you feel if you are in that position? After winning all this, okay? From winning to your specific place in the province, to representing your province in your region, and then representing your area, competing against all of the YSs around the world. What would be the feeling if you were the champion in that? Batangas or Luzon is the champion for this event. That would be fun. That would be happy. with you doing what you love, with you winning and representing your province or your place, your country, okay? With that international level, with that worldwide level, you're representing not just your province, not just your area, but your country as well, of course. With you expressing your talents, with you expressing your skills, what you love, okay? If you won in that, it would be great. And that's just one part of the community. If what you're looking for is, it, I'm just saying this to make you not bored with it, to make you not think that this community will just be full of Bible studies, that this community will just make you sit down and listen to talks for a straight hours without doing anything, just sit there and then go home. No, you will do a lot of things. That speaking part of listening of some pieces in the Bible or some stories or some talks, some sharings, that's just part of it. Where you may see in other organization or in other communities where you will just sit down and listen, and that's it. You will go home with just that. We're just seeing that, we're just witnessing that. But here in Youth for Christ, you will not experience just that. You will experience the worship. You will experience the proper way of praying. You will experience of finding friends in the community, and eventually maybe relationship, of course, but in God's will, of course. Uh, Next, I just explained this last part, and I think I explained it the longest because I just want to spice things up with you guys. I just want you to be excited in joining our community and not think that this community will be boring, like the way you approach ACADS, the way you approach math, the way you approach your academics. No, it will not be as boring as that. Or the way you see um, the talks or seminars, we will not be as boring as that. You will experience activities. You will experience singing, playing icebreakers. That's when we were doing face to face. But now, with our situation today, we will do the only thing we can afford is virtual, and we have to go by it. We have to deal with the situation. We have to find ways on still getting participants or people to join our community, even with this situation right now. And this is my way of gathering new people for our community. Okay, next. I took too long. I just have 6 slides, so I can take long. That's what I want. Okay. Okay. Next. The question is, how can you be one of us? Okay. The first step of being a youth for Christ is joining the youth camp. Of course, I can't tell you about it yet, or I can tell you what we do or what will we be doing there. For you should experience it yourself. And I promise you, it is so fun and exciting, especially when it is for God. What I'm saying is about when we were doing it face to face. It how I wish you could experience it. How I wish that you guys, these 5 to 10 participants that we need, how I wish that they can. experience. During those times of face-to-face, we experienced 50 plus 100. Some places, some provinces experience more than 100 participants in a place. For example, we plan to do it on a school. Everyone who wants to join the community will all be occupying that school. That's how great it is when it was face to face. But now we are in the pandemic of COVID-19, and let me read it. In consideration of our situation today, we are experiencing the pandemic of COVID-19, which will make us conduct it virtually. Unfortunately, we have to follow the health and safety protocols, and as of now, we, the community of Youth for Christ, are not allowed to conduct any activities face to face. Only like the only religious gathering that is allowed are mass and those higher religious activities of different sectors and religions. But the communities like us are not yet allowed to perform any activity, any religious activities. So we're doing everything virtually. Next, we're almost done. Detailed information of joining us. Okay, once again, I am Martin Panganiban. Specifically, I am a chapter head of one of the chapters of Youth for Christ in the province of Batangas, which means I am a leader. I am one of the leaders in all of the parts of Batangas. We are divided into clusters, northeast, southwest, which means those are parts of Batangas that they cover, that each and every one of us cover. And I am in the part of south. My place is covered in the part of south, and that south cluster is still divided into chapters, different parts of it's still part of Batangas, but the southern part of Batangas. And it's still divided into chapters. And I am the leader of one of the chapters. I am the leader of chapter 2. And I am in need of members, of new participants who can be part of our community. Just imagine, I am a leader of one of the chapters who needs participants. Imagine how big the community is, divided into chapters, clusters, around the region alone, around the province alone. How big we are, how many we are, how many are we? Just do the math. If in my specific chapter, I'm just looking for 5 to 10 because of this virtual. Imagine the 10 participants of each places in south, in our place, each 10 in northeast, southwest of our province, and 10 of every part of the country, and 10 of every part of Youth for Christ around the world. Imagine how many tens would that be all around the world, and different region, different places, and still divided. Imagine how big the community is from the day it was founded, from this day on, from this day and the next generations to come. I just need 5 to 10 participants. Okay, to be clear, we can only accept participants or new members who are living or are residents of the areas our chapter covers. Unfortunately, we cannot just make someone who, for example, I want to join you, but you are not someone who lives in the area that we cover. And I will be discussing it now. My chapter covers the places like Mabini, Bauan, San Pascual. That is a part that those are places, those are municipalities in Batangas. So if you are a resident of Mabini, Bauan, and San Pascual, then you are qualified to be a part of my chapter. Okay? If you are not part of it, then you cannot join my chapter. You can join other chapters. You can still be a part of the community, but not under my chapter. So I hope that if you will join my community, you will be a resident of Mabini, Bauan, or San Pascual in Batangas, Philippines. Okay, to be exact and to be specific. Okay, I need 5 to 10 participants. I have been repeating this all along since the start of this presentation. All I need is 5 to 10 participants. We were just tasked to do. We were just tasked to have 10 participants at maximum because to be honest with you, it is hard. Yes, it is hard to do virtually. If we will compare of doing things face to face and virtually, these virtual acts, these virtual activities are harder than what we do face to face. It may be tiring. It it may require more effort. It may require more days, more more oversleeping, more energy to be used. But it's okay. That's how you feel. That's how you express yourself, and that's where you can feel that you did everything, that you did something for God. And in here, in the smallest ways of virtual activities, we still can provide. We still can do our part as missionaries of Christ. And here, there is an age limit for joining Youth for Christ. You should be youth um a you should be I need 5 to 10 participants of 13 to 21 years of age. So it means you need to be a resident of Mabini, Bauan, and San Pascual. If you live in one of those municipalities, then you can be part of my community, of our community, of my chapter. But there's an exemption. You may be part of it, but if you are not 13 to 21 years of age, then you cannot join Youth for Christ. If you are 12 and below, you can join another community, which is Kids for Christ. Okay, we are divided into four groups. Kids for Christ, 12 and below means those are the young ones, the kids. I was not part of that, or I was not able to join Kids for Christ. That's why I have just little knowledge about it. But what I can say is that is the primary level, or what I would say is elementary level. If you will talk about it educational wise, it is the primary level of our community, the elementary level of our community. Then this Youth for Christ is like the high school level, of our community. Junior high school and senior high school part of our community. This is where teenagers belong. If you are a teenager, then you are part of Youth for Christ. If you are a kid, if you are a kid of 12 and below, then you're part of Kids for Christ. And there are still separate leaders and separate people who are in charge of that. So we have our specific roles to hold, and our job is only for Youth for Christ, for teenagers. And yes. Next is the Singles for Christ. Those That's like the college part. That's like the college. Um, Although in Youth for Christ, you will still be experiencing youth. You can still be considered as uh, Youth for Christ, even though you're in college in real life, because the maximum age is 21, but some of us, even aged 21 and above, is still part of Youth for Christ because they still want to be part of Youth for Christ. Um, I cannot tell the jargons again. I cannot tell the jargons of and the specific terms yet. So yeah, Singles for Christ, you can be a part of it. It's like the college part of our community. It is where you think that being a teenager, I am not a teenager anymore. I think I'm an adult. I can pursue the adult life. Uh, it is like you being independent already. It's okay with just little friends, but I mean quality over quantity. You can be part of that. Or if you feel that the Youth for Christ is not for you anymore, you can go there. It is one step away or one step close to being or having a partner in your life. It's like a process. It's like a stage of life. You being a kid, you being a teenager, for Christ, you being an adult, singles for Christ, and you being someone and finding a couple in your life. I'm not saying that you cannot find a couple in Youth for Christ, that you cannot find a couple in singles for Christ, but specifically finding someone who you will be with forever, and that's what you call wife. You can call your Eve, your Adam. Yeah, that will be the couples for Christ. You can only consider someone as your couple if they are your husbands or wife, if you had the sacrament of wedding. And they are like the parents. This couples for Christ are like the parents of our community. They serve as the parents and grandparents of our community. The singles for Christ are like our big brothers and sisters, and we are like the middle child. The youth for Christ are like the middle children, and the kids for Christ are the baby sister, baby brother. Yeah, I have discussed things that are general about our community, each part of our community, but specifically, I need to focus on Youth for Christ. And I am looking for members, and I have already explained everything to you. I just told basic facts about our community and the other groups or the other stages in our community, not just the Youth for Christ. If I will introduce Youth for Christ, I have to introduce the other parts or the other stages of our community as well. And with you knowing each part, I guess I should go back and talk about what I really intend to do. And that is to invite you guys to our youth camp. Okay, if you are qualified with all of these and you got what I explained, what I discussed, then we can proceed to the last slide, the last part of our presentation, the last part of our video. With everything that I have discussed with you, with everything that I have said? Are you convinced? Did I convince you? Did I how can you describe this? Did I persuade you? Oh, that's the term. Did I persuade you to join our community? Did my words reach you? Did God's word reach you? I am like uh, one of the vessels of Christ who needs to gain more missionaries like me. Okay, I will not forever be used for Christ. That is why I need to gather more missionaries, more youths to be part of our community. And you can potentially be one of me as well. You can be a leader like me, and there are positions higher than me as well, and you can be one of those. God will put you to a position where He thinks you deserve to be. Okay? After everything I've said, are you finally ready to join us? If yes, if so, click on the link that is on the description box below and be part of our community. Thank you and God bless us all. I will be clicking the link to explain all the details about it. And then I will be posting this on YouTube to maybe make you fill it up. I just said it in this presentation, in this video in advance, so that you will be aware of it in case. So yeah, let me stop this sharing. Um, wait, let me open the. I will open the file or the link and share it to you, then explain everything as part of it. I will close the unnecessary tab or the unnecessary apps. Okay. For a moment. Here I go. We're on the link. Okay. Okay. So I will be sharing the link with you guys. I will share it on my screen. Basic, advanced. I will make it. No. I will just make it basic. Here, share. So this is the link. It will this link that you will click or tap will lead you to this link, this particular Google form. You need to fill this up to validate your registration. Okay, these are the required information that I need from you, that we need from you to validate your registration. As of now, we have 0 responses. And I need you guys to join our community. I need you guys be part of our community, be closer, deepen your relationship with God together with us, and know Jesus Christ even more. You just need 5 to 10, and I hope that I persuaded you or you enjoyed everything that I have said, and you wanted to, or I made you excited about joining the community. And here, you just need to put your email, sample, my email, my name, Hannibal Martin Henry A, your birth date, your complete address. To be fair, I am from Real San Pascual, Batangas. So I am a part of Batangas. I am a part of San Pascual, which means I am a resident of one of the areas that we cover, or one of the municipalities that we cover. You That is one proof. So you should be living, or you should be a resident of one of the municipalities that my chapter covers. The next is the gender, male or female, male. Then you can, in what is your talent, you can choose anything. It's a checkbox. I can do sports. I can do esports. I can, maybe I can sing. Maybe not a good singer, but I can sing. And that's it. Then click submit if you're done. Okay, birthday. To make things clear that I am 13 to 21. Date is 26 March 03, year 2000. I am 21 years of age. And yeah, that's just easy as it. That's just as easy as this. You can be a part of a community as easy as this. Um, we plan to conduct the youth camp online on November. I take note of these dates. I will conduct it on Zoom cloud meetings, and with 5 to 10 participants, of course. After I gathered you 10 participants, I will make a separate group chat where I can uh, inform you. I can announce updates about the preparation during and after and everything when you are already part of the community. So yeah, I will make a separate GC for the new participants so that I can focus on you guys. I can focus only on these participants. Okay? So let me stop share. That's all you need, and you will be part of the community. Okay, the dates are November 13 and 14. That would be Saturday and Sunday for the first and second day. The next schedule will be for the next week, 20 and 21. That's a Saturday and Sunday as well. That's the following week. That's the following weekend. So I will meet you guys on Zoom on November 13. But first, we have a gateway evangelization on November 6th. So I am inviting you guys to be with us, to join us if you are already participants of my chapter and you are willing to be part of our community. So see you there. That's all for now. Thank you. And for that, may God be praised. Thank you guys. I hope that you have learned from what I have said. I hope that I made you excited. I have persuaded you, or I have made your hearts, your souls, your minds convinced to join this community of Youth for Christ. That's all I can say, and the decision is still yours. The decision is yours to make. So I am just a missionary. I am just a vessel of Jesus Christ who just wants you to be part of this community. And it is your decision to make if you want or you do not want to be part of this community. That's all. Thank you.